I'm looking at your U.S. Army uniform, and it looks like it's been through a lot.
It has. It's been through 4 deployments altogether, so from Iraq to Afghanistan.
How much time in total did you spend on deployments?
Altogether, 12 months, 11 to 12 months, just would depend on the rotation of the shifts. And then from there, it could extend out maybe 13 to 14 being an in-doc. But from there, it just really depends on your orders.
So, but a total of 12 months that you spent over there.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me about, you've got something here on your chest.
Oh, this is my rank. This is specialist rank. This is higher than a private. You go private, well, PF's private second class, and then PFC specialist, and then sergeant. Okay. And then you go staff sergeant, and then you go up from there.
Tell me a little bit about what the difference is between specialist and the rank level just below.
With privates actually have no say, no nothing. I mean, they're tasked out for everything. A specialist is just one higher rank before hitting specialist, before hitting sergeant.
And then what about this on your left arm? What is that emblem?
On the left?
On right arm.
On the right. This would be unit tab, and then this is actually for to let aerial know where we're at. They can see through their little blip machines and be able to see and read this and know that it's friendlies on the ground instead of blowing us up.
Okay, that's a good thing for them to know. So tell me more about the unit. What is that? What do the markings on that signify?
This is 2-3 Cav. With 2-3 Cav, they have the 4-star on there. For that one, I'm not necessarily sure. I know that the 4 points, for their 4 points, but I'm not sure why the cohesion, because I know they actually changed it over, and it's the other tab that I know way better than this one. So, but I know it's the 4 points. I mean, it's the 4 points of military, but from there, I don't know why they changed it over to the actual oak leaves.
What made you decide in the first place that you wanted to join the Army?
Rambo. Believe it or not, Rambo. Watching it as a kid, that was my favorite movie for, 13 years I was. At Halloween every year I was either a soldier or a hunter, or I didn't want to do anything else except for military. So it was pretty much Rambo. Sylvester Stallone, thank you.
And once you got in there, how, did you get to realize some of the things that you were hoping to do in there?
No, not at all. It was completely different, but you know what I mean? It was actually great. I loved every bit of it. When I ended up getting out of the military, they ended up ETSing me underneath medical, and I didn't even want to get out. I wanted to stay in. Like, I wanted to find a job that I could still be on the lines, you know, maybe behind a desk, but still be with a front unit. But it just didn't work out that way. I loved it still. I mean,
do you have a favorite story about being in the military that you like to tell? Either something you think you'll tell your kids someday, or something you're really proud of?
When I turned 21, I had a heart attack. We were in Arishon, Fallujah, and we were at a mock gunnery, and unloading tank ground after tank ground in the tanks, and in the M1 Abrams. And ended up feeling my left side, felt a little bit of pain. Next thing I knew, I'm on the back of a Black Hawk. I was inside of a tank, literally shoved with 3 guys in like a 4x5 area room. And next thing, I'm on the back of a Chinook. We're going, Black Hawk, sorry. We're going, and there's a female Cormac. She's working on me and everything, and I'm coming to, and she's telling me the story. And I'm just all like, okay. And I noticed that I couldn't move or anything. And she's like, I got to hook up the little EKG machines and everything, you know, to get your heart centuries and everything. And I'm like, okay. And they have the oxygen mask on me. There's the 30 gunner, and then the two pilots. And they're all calmed in. And at one point, she's all like, I'm not getting good enough readings. It's just, I got to drop your pants. She's like, I got to get them on the inside of your thighs. And I'm like, no, you can't. And she's like, no, it's okay. And I'm like, no, you can't. And she's like, it's okay, it's my job. And I'm like, seriously, you don't understand. And she's all like, no, it's okay. I'm like, 2 years in the desert. I'm like, you're the first woman I've seen. I'm like, no, trust me. And she's all like, no, it's okay, it's my job. And sure enough, she pulled down my pants, and I started thinking about everything. Saggy titties, 90-year-old women in bikinis.
Is there any sort of sexual story about being in the military that you can tell?
Not
That won't get anybody in trouble?
Not necessarily in the military. I could tell you one in the military school. I went to Thunderbird Youth Academy, a military school. And I had a little battle buddy that slept in the bottom bunk. And after like 3 months, I couldn't help it. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was late. I know it was 30. And I started to go to town. I was all like, we had no shower stalls. And if we were in there late at night, cadre would bust us. So it's like, no. I was like, forget it. I was like, I'll just work it as slow as possible and just take my time and be good. Like, I got to release. Well, I get done, that's probably 15 minutes or so, and I'm probably giving it a little bit more time. Just the second that I get done, I feel the bottom, I feel the whole entire bed start to shake, and I knew what was going on, and so I kept my mouth shut, and we went on another 6 months before we graduated, and nothing was ever said. Like, still, to this day, nothing is still said. I seen him, that was just an unspoken silence right there between us. But every single time, like, either he would go and I would fill it and just sit there and get done.
Cool. Well, thanks for sharing your stories with us. Now I have a video for you to watch. I want you to make yourself a little more at home. All right?
Okay.